Hello, this is Crystal here, and I'm going to do readings for the fire signs. So I'm going to do fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'll be doing them in one video, but I'm going to keep them quite short. Now, there's a lot of things happening in the skies when I'm doing this. So we just had that full moon with a lunar eclipse. And yeah, that was, for some people, very interesting and very heavy, very tiring, exhausting, but also weird energy. I myself found it difficult. To be honest, I'm just going to rearrange a little bit my setup because of the camera and the angles. There is Jupiter in Aries going on. There is currently a Mercury retrograde going on. So there's a lot of stuff in the skies happening. And when you hear things in the background, that's my dogs. And yeah, all these things, I think we have been feeling it. And I just want you to be aware of that, because this reading is truly to be for the next, let's say, I'm just feeling it here. I think it's until sort of end of June, beginning of July that this energy is going to be around. So let's see what it says. I'm going to pull a few basics, then I'll put a few extra cards, and then we'll end with an advice card. So this is for Aries. I will timestamp so that you have the intro with the planetary situation. Well, I did that in a real big global overview, but then you can also easily skip to your sign. Now, don't forget, this is a general reading. So general readings are by nature, yeah, general, it's really, they are not always resonating because they are general. And when they don't resonate, maybe have a look at, if you know it, your rising sign or your moon sign. Because sometimes those videos give you extra information instead of this one. Maybe you resonate better with that. So that is the thing I would suggest you do. If you don't resonate at all, please leave it here. Don't take it with you. Don't, just be burdened by it and be annoyed or even scared because of a reading. Sometimes that happens. Don't do that, because if it doesn't resonate, it has nothing to do with you. It's not meant for you. So leave it behind, leave it be, leave it here. Now, the last thing I want to say, I always say with the cards, some people have this thing, they think that these cards are like the truth, the ultimate truth, and the ultimate predictions. They are not. So please, when you listen or watch these readings, do use them wisely, because, because you know what? You have free will. You have agency. You are a participant in your life. You are not a bystander in your own life. And these cards are not meant to take away that power that you have, that agency that you have, that free will. They are meant to just add some help, some support, some guidance, and nothing more. So these cards, maybe at first they resonate and you say, oh, wow, yes. And then all of a sudden, we're like a few weeks ahead, and then you're thinking back to this reading and you say, oh, but that is not really happening. Then don't worry, because you know what? Things change, things shift. So when I say this reading, this energy is here around end of June, beginning July, I also mean to say that for some, this may be happening. For some, it may not be happening. For some, it may be coming in earlier. For some, it may be coming in later. So please, please, please be very aware and conscious of your own participation in life and your own agency and your own power. Okay, enough of my ramblings. Let's go, Aries. Let's go here. Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, Four of Cups. I don't use reversals a lot. Sometimes they do sneak in. I don't use them because I usually feel out the cards how I feel them, and sometimes a good card may have a negative connotation. So also be aware of that. And I also usually in these general readings do not do a placement reading, like this is the past, this is the future, this is the now. No, it's a story for me. So the cards tell me like a story, a potential story, with potential being the key word here. So Aries. Now, when I said I don't do positional readings, I do sometimes take into account where the cards land because of these, and then here it says specifically there, because here these two cards. You have the High Priestess and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So these two cards for me tell me immediately already, these are cards that, this one especially for me feels very far out, really at the end of this period I'm talking about, end of June, beginning July. But this card for me is really a card that is the main vibration here, and that is sort of like a little angel sitting on your shoulder and telling you to constantly trust your gut. That's what I'm seeing this High Priestess do, and that's why I'm going to keep it up, because for me this is the card that's going to be very present these next, well, we're talking about 6-7 weeks, aren't we? It's asking you, it's really telling you, trust what you can't see, trust what you can't touch but you do feel, trust what you can't see or what you don't know, what you do know very deeply inside you, sort of in your gut knowing, in your animal knowing, in your body knowing. Do that. That is that vibe that's here. So please take care of that, because I think if you do that, then this card is going to come about. And this is the card where sort of you're much more carefree, it seems, with the Knight of Pentacles, much more carefree, and things are sort of starting to flow again, starting to come in a good way again, starting to feel a little bit more solid because of the Pentacles. I'm specifically saying the word solid because I see the Pentacles. Now it's a Knight, so the Knight is in movement, so you're moving ahead, but feeling more solid, feeling more sure, having footing again, feeling that earth beneath your feet. Yeah, I'll come back to that, because I feel now for the moment I have these two fours here that are flanking this. This is a wishes fulfilled cup, but it's also sometimes here because it's in the middle of these two fours. I'm going to come back to it, because these two fours, I feel they are the same vibe in a way. This four for me is you're a bit frustrated. You're a bit frustrated, and that makes sense because, you have not been listening to your instincts. You're not been listening to, you want the action done. You want it done now, but it's not happening like that. So you need to trust and you need to have patience. This Four of Swords is also asking you to have patience and to just, you know what, if things don't happen immediately like you want them to happen, as you want them to come about, don't be worried. Just know that the timing is not perfect yet. But that's going to frustrate you. Because, of course, Aries, you are a little bit like impulsive. You want to control situations. You want to go, move, take action. But this is not really a time for action taking. And first of all, that Mercury retrograde, yeah, that helps. That doesn't help for action taking. It's better for, to go back to reflect, which is also in this card a little bit. That reflection is in this card. But that reflection is making you feel like, oh my God, I want to move already. And, well, it's not like that. Now, you have one thing in your favor, and that is Jupiter in Aries, which is, sort of giving you an expansiveness. But now Jupiter, whatever it touches, also it expands. It can expand on the positive energy of something, but it can also expand when something is not working out and make it bigger. So if you are feeling that nothing is moving and you're frustrated, that Jupiter may make that feeling bigger, increase that well, that feeling of frustration, of irritation, of, you know what, I'm so bored already. I want things to move, because I think this is what you really want. You want things to move. You want things to come together, like you want them to come together. You're a bit like, I want this now. I read this card like that. I don't read this card as a wish is fulfilled and things are working out beautifully. I feel this is your desire for things to work out. But your desire for things to work out perfectly now already as you want them to work out, it's not going to happen right away. Please know that. But also, please know that you have, if you trust your instinct, so if you stop being here, pushing and you know, focusing on the frustration, because you can get caught in the frustration, the irritation, the boredom, the things not moving. You can completely get lost in that. If you step away from that, you reflect a little bit and you trust that, you know, the universe has this way of perfect timing, the way of, you know, sometimes putting things in your path that you don't see, that you don't know, and you just trust that it's going to happen at the right time. Then that is this card at the end of that period, of that 6-7 weeks period, that you're going to feel more solid and that you will actually see that things are going to work out. But you have to give it time and patience. So just let me pull a few cards here from this deck and then we'll end, because I don't want to make this very, very long. That's why I'm keeping them really short and to the point. Because I have noticed that if I keep my readings shorter, people tend to watch them. Yes. Okay, see Temperance. Another patience card. Another, you know, slow it down, you know, reflect. See what works, see what doesn't work. Don't get caught in this frustration. Don't get caught in when things don't move as quickly as you want them to. Because, yeah, it's another advice. Let's see what else. The reason why I'm not doing long readings is, yeah, death. So it's funny that from this deck, 2 major arcana cards come out. So the Temperance card and the Death card. So first of all, that Temperance, really, okay, again, slow down, slow down. Also reflect. Reflect on what you have learned, because the things you have learned, look, or this angel, I don't know if it's a she, the angel is mixing energies and making a sort of concoction, sort of potion here. And this is your experiences, what you know, what you have experienced, what you have learned, all those things you have to mix together, because from that, something bigger, you know, when we put 2 chemicals together, we get another one. Yeah, that's basically, I'm now talking chemistry, but okay. But you know what I mean. Then we get something different. And that is what you need to do. You know, you have to start seeing all the things you've learned in the past, you've seen, you've experienced, and then you'll get to a different understanding of things. But those things take time. But again, they take time, but that is also that chemistry card, that, you know, putting all the things into these 2 cups, starting to mix them together, it makes for a transformation. It makes for a different view on the world, a viewpoint. Your viewpoint is shifting, as it were, as well. And I feel that, yeah, there is something completely different coming to come out here. And where I'm going to put these, because you can't see them here. Let me just rearrange. You see that the first sign I'm doing, I always have to sort of a little bit do that, but okay, I think it works. Anyway, let's see what the message card is for you, Aries. So my advice to you, slow down, take it easy, don't get frustrated, don't get caught in that frustration, and listen to what the messages, you know, the deep gut messages. And sometimes when we are in this situation of frustration, of, I want this to happen now, then we don't listen here, because we can't, because we block that off. But when you do listen, this is going to happen. And I'm going to tell you, this is a very good card, yeah? It's going to give you that solid solidity again, that feeling, okay, I can move on with tangible results, with a tangible plan. And here, everything is like up in the air. So give yourself a little bit of room, a little bit of patience, a little bit of time off to reflect on those things. Okay, I sort of love my cards when they do that. It says the disseminating moon, take time to breathe out. Yeah. Time to breathe out. Take time to see what you need to learn here. Take time, step back, reflect. Oh my God, I'm sort of like struggling with these cards here. I'll put it here. So, do it like that. Yeah. Take time. It's not going to go immediately, but if you are patient enough and you calm yourself down and you listen to those instinctive and those little whispers of the universe, they always come in a strange way, then this is going to happen, but give yourself time, Aries. Okay, let's just move on to the next fire sign, which is Leo. Okay, Leo, these are your cards. So, if you haven't listened to my astrology introduction, I would suggest you go first to the introduction, where I also give a few caveats about tarot and the cards and what they do and what I prefer you not to do as well. So do take a time to listen to that before you get into the reading. But I know that if you are impatient, you want to go to this reading, so let's see. The Six of Swords, Hierophant, Three of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. These two, I don't do positional cards, but I mean these two. Wow. King of Wands. Fire, really a Leo card as well. Leo, he's actually here, the lion. Really big, creative fire energy, you're there, you got this power. Leo is a powerful sign. It's ruled by the sun, don't forget that. So Leo needs to shine. Even if Leo is shy and an introvert, Leo in some way needs to know that it can shine in something. Now, I feel you're going to be able to do that because we also have here a Queen of Pentacles. Again, two cards that really have big manifesting power. So I feel this Queen of Pentacles, yes, it's going to work. There's things going to be results coming your way. Results from things that have taken a long while for it to come into your life and to become good and solid in your life. But I feel here with these two cards, and these two cards for me really are at the end of this period. So I'm saying, I've said in the intro, if you haven't seen the intro, go back to it. But really, I said these energies for the next 6 to 7 weeks, so to the end of June, beginning July. And I think around that time, you're going to feel this. This is a feeling, yeah? This is a feeling sensation. This is not you manifesting out of a sudden, oh my God, listen to me trip up. All of a sudden, like a big bag of money falling out of the sky, or you manifesting something like a powerful new job or something like that. It's not that, but there is something in your vibe, in the way you are standing in the world that makes you much more self-assured. It makes you feel much more solid, that knows that you have true value, Pentacles value, and that makes you shine, and other people start to see that because you're allowing them to see that you are this powerful being, while you may have been hiding before. Now, in the beginning of this period, when we are currently in. I think you're currently in this still. I feel that some Leos, because not all Leos will resonate with this, but a lot of Leos feel like, there is a change coming. Maybe some of you have gone through really turbulent times and turbulent weather, stormy seas. But I feel that slowly you're coming to shore, because look, if you really look well, here you have the deep seas, but here you already see the sand, you see the shoreline. And where the waves break on the shore, you're getting there. Now, to land on the shore, sometimes that can still be a little bit hectic. You know how that is when the waves are big. Everybody who has swam in an ocean or a sea knows that sometimes when the waves are there and you want to get out, sometimes you just also fall smack on your face. I think some of us have experienced that. Well, I certainly have, that you get caught in that wave and you get an ultimate smacking and you just fall, and then sometimes you lose your bathing suit or your bikini, or you're full of sand. Does happen. But I think your landing is not going to be that spectacular. I think your landing is going to be quite softer because of this Hierophant and because of this Three of Pentacles. I'm going to start with this Hierophant first. I'm thinking here that, the turbulence has had a reason, that, the stormy weather, all these things that were really hard, difficult from that stormy weather and the turbulent times, they have taught you a lot of lessons, not only about the world and about other people in your life, but also about yourself. And they have also taught you how strong you really are. Because look, this staircase is a long staircase. You're not there yet. And will you ever be there completely? Who knows? I mean, I don't think anybody, or unless you're a very, very enlightened person, you're getting there, maybe, yes. But I don't believe that life has an end goal, or that your life has a true end goal, because the end is really death. Yeah. So I do feel that you have learned, but you have come a long way already, because look, this is a happy card as well. So I feel that, although things were difficult, the lessons that it brought you, the experiences that it brought you, has taught you so much, but it has sort of also made you see things in a different way. Look at the world, look at people, look at yourself with a different eyes, with a different set of eyes, in a good way, so that you feel much more, solid in yourself. So, Leo, I think this process is not going to end, but you have come a long way and you're seeing that. You're starting to see that. And I think that these Three of Pentacles, although we have three people here, and usually this is a card of working together, it is a card of collaboration, of partnership. And yes, for some Leos, this will be new people coming into their lives in new partnerships, which can be a romantic partnership, which can be a financial partnership, business partnership, whatever kind of partnerships or people working together are. But I feel that also this is a different value system. And this is you starting to realize, especially with this Hierophant here, that you have, through these turbulent times, have created a completely new value system. And I think maybe the values that you had adhered to before this, they were not really your values. They were values that were taught to you through conditioning, by other people, by your family, by your education, by circumstances, but they were not really the true you. And now these two cards together for me are really you getting a solid feeling of what is it that I truly value? What is it that is truly important to me? What are my core strengths? capacities, skills, values, but also qualities. And that is that whole learning process. And I feel that you're doing that. I mean, this is a period, especially now with that Mercury retrograde, I feel this also, and those eclipses that are really affecting the fixed signs. After all, Leo is a fire sign, but is also a fixed sign. And I think you need to be very calm here. You don't have to do this all at once. This is a process. It's an ongoing process. But this process, and this is a very sort of abstract conceptual reading, but this process is going to lead to you feeling you're shining again, and knowing your worth, and knowing your power, because let's face it, lion, a very powerful animal, king of the savannah, or is it the prairie? I have no idea what I'm saying here. But okay, I'm laughing here. I just don't take it seriously, but I want you to know that you have that power to shine, and that you will feel that power in yourself. It's a good thing. Let's pull 2 cards from here. Only going to do 2 cards. Okay, Leo. Sorry, okay, those 2 jumped. So, I don't think it matters which one is first. I think this is a very funny thing that I get. You know, I think this Knight of Swords is a bit connected with the 6 of Swords. That turbulent times were also conflicting times, maybe conflict with somebody else, but also I think the conflict and the turbulent times also brought out the ways you have been in conflict with yourself. Because of course, when you were living through a certain conditioning and you were not seeing your true value, then there is always inner conflicts. When we have no idea of who we are basically, and what our true qualities are in this world, and what we truly value, we are conflicted within ourselves. Now, I feel also that there was conflict with something else in a sort of situation, maybe in a relationship with someone else, actual. But I feel that is going away. That is more past energy that is dissipating. But it's through that conflict and through you knowing that, feeling that inner conflict into yourself, within you, that you have realized that I need something different. I need to find out who I am. And you're going to be given that opportunity to find that true value of yourself. This is the beginning of a new cycle with new perspectives, new points of views, new values, new adhering to new qualities, and showing them to the world. And then the world automatically gives back to you. That's how it works. When you have a different outlook at the world looks differently at you as well. And then you will be seen and considered as this very strong king and queen here. So that is a beautiful card. Let's have a look here what the message is going to be for you. This is from the Moonology card, Oracle cards. So Leo, interesting time ahead. I don't think there's a lot of things that you have to expect on the action front at the moment. I think it's more a very inner process that you're going through, and that the cards are portraying to you. Although this is very funny. So I'm saying this is not an action-oriented time, but it does say it's time to take action. Now, I feel that the action that you need to take is up on really embracing and seeing what you have learned from turbulent times, what you can integrate, and really start to embrace yourself, your inner child, your inner value, and start showing that to the world. It's time to come out of hiding. It's time to let yourself shine. And that is that action that this card is talking about. I'm just going to have a look here. This is the new moon in Aries, so it should be easy to find. because here there is no there's no numbers on the card, so I always have to go by. It says the flame is lit. Yeah, the flame is lit here. The Ace of Pentacles and then these two. A new, wonderful new start is beckoning. And you're on the right track. So everything that I have been saying, so it doesn't really, this card's not so much about action taking, but it's reassuring you that, you know, you are on the right track because you are embracing your true values and your true self. And it has been difficult, yes. It has been conflictuous, yes. It has been turbulent, yes. But now it's time for getting on the right track, getting a new start. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there's something you want to happen in your life. So if there is something here, Leo, where you are thinking, you know, where you've been thinking about, and you want it to happen, you want to come into your life, this card tells me the possibility is there that it's going to happen now. You can make it happen, you can manifest it. But I feel that also this is more further out, more the end of the period for which this reading is. So let's say July coming in, this energy. Okay, Leo, that's it for you. Subscribe if you like it. Follow me on TikTok. I do daily readings over there. And there is a lot in the pipeline, but with all this difficult energy going around, I haven't come around to that. So let's move on to Sagittarius now. Okay, Sagittarius, these are your cards. So this is for the next 6 to 7 weeks to end of June, beginning of July. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay, Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, Death and Rebirth. Okay, so what is happening here? Sagittarius, I think here, what these two cards want to say to you, and this is what I'm getting here, is don't go too fast. Don't try to rush things. I mean, the Knight of Swords is running to the motorcycle, but don't see at the gray, look at the cards, the colors. It's grayish sky. It's not really a clear blue sky. And here it's very gray. There's a fear here. And I feel this is the FOMO fear. FOMO, the fear of missing out. I feel you think that if you don't do something, and I don't know what that something is because that will depend on your personal life. Maybe it's going for a new job, maybe starting a business, maybe looking for a home, maybe starting a new relationship. You have this feeling, and this is just a limiting belief. Please do know that if you don't move fast enough, and if this doesn't happen, let's say in the next 2 weeks or maybe in the next half year, that you're going to miss the boat. To miss the boat on the right home, to miss the boat on the right person for a relationship, to miss the boat for a right job, for promotion, for starting a business or making a change in your business or launching a product. This is your fear. This is a fear card for me. And this fear is screaming literally at you and is wanting to make you, and the fear is going to make you do stupid things. It's going to make you run, get on that motorcycle, but forget your helmet. And then you crash. So, what are the cards asking you? The Hierophant is a traditional card in the usual tarot, but here I feel it's much more than that. I feel this is about a step-by-step step. Look at all the steps it's saying. This Hierophant is telling you that don't rush it. You will take a next step and a next step after that and another step after that. And then you'll get there as well to what you want. You don't have to run. You don't have to rush. You don't have to jump on this bike unprotected and then just crash without your helmet and then have either have a bad concussion or whatever you have, but you're going to crash and burn if you do that. So don't listen to your fear, but take it easy, take it slow, and climb these stairs step by step by step, because Rome wasn't built in a day, and the thing that you want is not going to come about in a day, and it doesn't need to come about in a day. And why am I saying this? Because I have here two cards. I'm going to first look at this card, because you are in a phase of big transformation. And transformation, when we are in these phases of transformation, we want things to go faster than they actually go. But transformation or making a big change in your life is never easy, is never fast, is never without, its hiccups, its obstacles, its bumps, it's, going two steps, one step forward, three steps backward. It just happens. It's the way change works. It's the way, life works as well, unfortunately, because it would be so much easier if everything was smooth, wasn't it? And we could just, fly up these stairs, but we can't. So because this is going on, this is an ongoing energy, yeah? For me, this is like the main energy that is going on, the vibe that's going on for you in this coming 6 to 7 weeks. There's change. You want change, but you also, this change is deeper than just an outer external change. It's a change coming from deep within you. And it's a deep need for change that you have, but it's not going to happen in one day. And you have to accept that. And that's why you can't be led by fear and by rushing and by forcing things, because this is, the Knight of Swords often has a little bit of, forcefulness to it. Don't do that, because the opportunity, the prize will come, because you have already gotten roots for that change or that new thing that you want. If you want a new job, or if you want to create a business, launch a product, get a relationship, move home, buy a home, that sort of thing. The seeds have been planted. Maybe you don't know that yet, but they have been planted. But you have to give these seeds time for the roots to just get a real solid grip into the ground, so that they can grow and they can become stronger. When the seed gets these roots and starts to come and peek out of the soil, that's when it's very fragile, isn't it? And when you need to tend to it carefully, not like this, not with fear and screaming at it, but carefully tending to it, step by step, tending to it. And that's what you need to do with this. And if you do that, then everything will work out fine. I think that transformation is happening, but this is a good omen that, if you give it time, you can get that solidity back. You can see the results of everything that you want, but you can't do it like this. You can't do it from fear, from a position of fear, from a position of, I want to force this, I want to rush this, I want this here and now, because that is going to mess it up. That's going to F you over, yeah? Okay. Just see what else we're having here. And we don't want you to be F'd over. Yeah, okay. At the moment when because you want something, it's still on the other side of the mountain. I'll show the card in a moment. It's on the other side of the mountain. The thing that you want is on the other side of the mountain, is here at the end of the staircase. But you can't go there just, without doing the journey. Without climbing the stairs. You need to climb the stairs. You need to go over the mountain. But often when we are in change as well, we also need to be able to let go of other stuff that doesn't, it doesn't work, or it hasn't worked. And you have to not look back the whole time to what was, but look ahead. But you can't see ahead completely, because of course it's hidden behind this mountain. It's a journey. You are on this journey of big, huge transformation, not only externally, but also internally. So give it time, really give it time. Okay, give it time. Because you also have the Emperor here. The Emperor for me is twofold. It tells me you can do this. You can certainly do this change and get where you want to be. But again, sometimes this Emperor can be stubborn, can be forceful, can be a little bit like even manipulative. Don't go to the negative traits of this Emperor, but embrace the strength of the Emperor, where the Emperor is just, fair. It takes care of things of the people or the thing that he's ruling over. So take care of the things that you can handle, that you can deal with. Take good care of that. Take good care of these, that seedling that is coming to sprout and that's coming out of the soil and that needs to be protected. If you do that and if you take care like the Emperor over that thing, then it can grow. It has so much growth in it. And that external growth and internal growth, they go together. This is a process that's both external and internal for you. And it may feel a little bit like conceptual. It may feel a little bit abstract and you may think, what is she on about? But just sit with it, with this reading. Because I think this reading, you will have to listen to it a few more times. At least that's the energy I get. So let's see what the message card is for you, Sagittarius. Okay, I'm really loving that this came out. Your hard work is paying off. This and this. The Emperor can work hard, yeah? Not necessarily by doing, but by, really be dedicated to something. This needs work. When you plant a seed, before it comes out of the soil, and then after when it comes out of the soil, it is work. It needs to be tended to. It needs to be guided. It needs to be taken care of. But in the end, and I feel this is really sort of that card that says July already, all that hard work is going to pay off. All that hard work, because let's face it, death and rebirth, it's hard. It's hard work. It takes energy. It takes a lot out of someone. And that's going to pay off. It's going to bring good results. So, Sagittarius, this is a very strange, very abstract, very conceptual, very like that reading. I don't know what like that, I don't know the word, but trust me. And really, absorb it a few times, because I think the more you listen to it, the more it's going to be clear for you personally. Okay, this was it for the fire signs. Please give me a like. Please subscribe. I can't do these readings or continue to do them without your help. Your support, your subscription, you clicking that alarm bell, you showing that you care, that you love this, that helps me, that brings me joy. I thank you for that. That really, I really love that. But also it helps me do more of these, because these take time, these take energy, and these are free for you, for you to enjoy, free for you to access at any time. And I can only do them if I have some support back. I think that is quite obvious. I'm not begging you here to support me or something like that, but just saying that it helps if you subscribe. Also, for daily readings, you can find them here, but you can also find them on TikTok. I do more readings on TikTok. There's also, maybe that's a good thing to have a look at the cards that came out for the full moon that we just had. Because that full moon, those cards, they are valid for a few weeks. And I did those on TikTok. So check me out on TikTok. The link is below. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for being here, all of the fire signs. Subscribe, like, share. Thank you, and bye for now.